Good morning, everyone. I'm Sherry Christian.
And I'm meteorologist Kirk Clyatt, and for one more day, filling in for Steve Knight. Steve's going to have some work to do tomorrow morning. It looks like a rare morning thunderstorm event that we're going to be looking at. But this morning, on your list of things to worry about, weather, really not one of them. Get away with a long lunch Wednesday, probably. A few showers is what we've got, and that is the case. Really just a few as you take a look just to the west of Chambersburg this morning. So no real problems to speak of. It's a mild morning. Temperatures are anywhere from 3 in Lancaster to 10 degrees above normal. This morning in Harrisburg was 71 degrees. Now the dew points, you're going to see this move up. The higher the dew point, the stickier it is. Once you get to 60, that's kind of the threshold for the stickiness. And we're not quite there yet, as you see, with the temperature, dew point temperatures in the upper 50s. So lots of moisture are going to move in. We'll explain as we go through the morning how this is going to happen. A little bit of a breeze this morning to keep any fog away. So for the day, looking pretty good. A mix of clouds and sun with a high of 82 in the daylight length. Now stuck there at 14 hours. The roads this morning doesn't look like anybody's stuck, and that's a good thing as we get the day started. Already almost see a hint of daylight in the background as we take a look at the South Bridge. This, Members First Federal Credit Union Traffic Alert.
Happening today, superintendents will be at the state capitol to discuss the impact of education funding in urban school districts. CBS 21's Brandy Mang joins us live in Harrisburg. Good morning, Brandy. Now, this discussion comes on the same day we could see movement on the state budget.
Yeah, good morning, Sherry. That's right. The House could vote to approve a $28.3 billion budget today. And one of the hottest issues, as you just mentioned, is education. The governor's budget calls for a $90 million increase in funds, which will bring the Commonwealth's investment to basic education to nearly $5.5 billion, the highest amount ever provided to school districts in Pennsylvania. Basic education pays for things like resources to increase student achievement. School districts use these funds to meet the needs of their students and to personalize academic programs to ensure their students have opportunities to succeed. Superintendents from 5 Pennsylvania school districts will be at the Capitol today to talk about the last 2 years of budget cuts to education and the impact it has had. They include Dr. Sybil Knight-Burney from Harrisburg and Dr. Tamara Willis from York. The York School District is in debt an estimated $4.3 million. School board members approved a recovery plan Monday night that not only includes pay cuts, but also looks at regaining students lost to charter schools by improving academics, a key factor for many schools. Those opposed to the governor's plan say much of his funding is based on his proposal of investing in education by getting out of the liquor business and selling the state store liquor system. Critics are doubtful that the sale will create the numbers the governor is claiming, leaving educational funding with too much uncertainty. Now, today's conference with the superintendents does happen at 10 o'clock here at the Media Center at the Capitol. Again, that's at 10 o'clock. Now, again, the House is expected to vote today on whether to approve this Republican-crafted budget. We'll keep you posted on what happens there. You can stay with CBS 21 News on air and online at cbs21.com. Reporting live in Harrisburg, Brandy Mang, CBS 21 News.
Thank you, Brandy. New this morning, the Lancaster County mother who disappeared 11 years ago and resurfaced in Florida in April is going to jail for a year. The Pensacola News-Journal is reporting that Brenda Heist, known in the court system as Kelsey Smith, pleaded no contest for violating her probation on charges of identity theft and providing a false name to police. Officials say she didn't check in with authorities after leaving the Pensacola area following her release from jail in April. Heist left behind her husband and 2 children in Lidditz and was declared legally dead in 2010. Happening right now, the search is on for the suspect in a Harrisburg shooting that happened in broad daylight. It happened yesterday afternoon near Club 1400 on North 3rd Street. We were told that one person was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. We reached out to police overnight to get an update on the victim's condition, but officers weren't available. People who live in and visit the city have plenty to say about the violence.
It's getting to the point where it's getting ridiculous. I mean, something definitely needs to be done, and I don't know if it's because of the bars over across the street and what's going on, but something definitely needs to be done about the situation.
There's no word on a suspect or motive at this time. Anyone with information on this shooting is asked to call police, and you can find that number on CBS21.com. It's 5:05. While you were sleeping, firefighters battled 5 massive wildfires burning in Colorado, and they're still at it right now. Details of the damage and what's fueling the blazes coming up. And in a battle between demonstrators and police, the protesters are holding their ground as Turkish police are working right now to break up the riots. And as we head to break, let's take a live look outside. Good morning, Harrisburg. It's 71 degrees right now where you are. We'll be right back with Kirk's bus stop forecast.
You're watching CBS 21 News this morning. They spend your money at an alarming rate. Now, CBS 21 News is keeping the government in check, finding out where your money is being wasted.
The number of people caught abusing the welfare system.
CBS 21 News Waste Watch, fighting for you every day.
The last real winner took home over $100 grand.
I can't breathe.
Can lightning strike twice?
I guess it was meant to be.
Yeah, I guess so.
Find out next Wheel of Fortune.
Tonight at 7 on CBS 21.
When your livelihood depends on the tools you choose, compromise is not an option. That's why the hardest working people trust the hardest working truck, Ford, and overwhelming numbers prove it. We own work. Get a loaded 4x4 F-150 STX with trailer tow package, 18-inch wheels, and more, all for around $29 grand, or lease for $199 a month.
At Brawny Paper Towels, we admire strength. That's why we're donating to Wounded Warrior Project. We stand strong with our nation's heroes and their families. Pick up a specially marked package of Brawny to learn how you can help.
When times got tough, we kept moving on. Now we got it done and we're going strong.
Shore is open.
Because we're stronger than the storm.
Price a sofa. What would you pay for a Simmons sectional made in the USA with bonded leather?
$1,300?
No, $899. At that price, everybody wins. For this great deal and more, go to Sofa Selections. We have so much selection, we had to put it in our name.
You are watching CBS 21 News this morning with Sherry Christian and Steve Knight with traffic and first warning weather.
It's 5:08.
And last day of school for a lot of kids, so we still got the bus stop forecast.
I know, I can't believe kids are still in. Some kids are.
Brittany, our producer, is going to be deciding, should we go with the poolside forecast tomorrow? And unfortunately, tomorrow doesn't really look like a good pool day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, today not bad, though. If you get out to the pool, I think things will be looking all right for you. You got a few showers that are hanging around, but they're not many, just a few little sprinkles barely reaching the ground there as you get over into the Franklin County area. Chambersburg, just to the south of you, some showers that are in the mix. Temperatures this morning, very pleasant, couple of degrees above normal for what they should be, maybe, well, 5 degrees above normal in the case of York and Harrisburg this morning. Broaden the view and you get an idea of what's going on. We actually have this warm front that's hanging around, actually more of a stationary front. We get an area of low pressure, and that low is going to ride along the front, and as it does, it is going to bring some storms into the area starting overnight, and those storms, it looks like, will continue through the morning tomorrow, but that's tomorrow. Today, we're looking in pretty good shape, so it looks like a nice day to get out if you're hitting on the bus for the last time here. Morning 68, afternoon about 81, and just a very slight chance of a stray shower during the afternoon. If you're just hitting into the car to get ready to go to work this morning, things are looking pretty good as we almost there. 5:37 is the crack of dawn this morning, so things looking good. The flag, the Paxton Street flag there in the background, a little bit of a breeze, but the real wind won't come until a Wednesday. So a safe commute so far. Let's keep it that way. This is Members First Federal Credit Union traffic alert.
Happening right now, at least 5 major wildfires are burning in Colorado, where record-breaking heat and strong winds are whipping up the flames. Of the fires burning, the most problematic is the Black Forest fire. CBS 21's Teresa Garcia has the latest.
Flames consume a home in the Black Forest area northeast of Colorado Springs. This was one of several houses lost to a rapidly spreading wildfire. Triple-digit heat and winds up to 40 miles an hour are fueling the flames and increasing the threat to lives and property.
The firefighters are more focused on fighting fires, drawing lines, and law enforcement, to be very honest, is scrambling to get people out of there as well as do searches.
Helicopters dropped water in residential areas in an attempt to protect hillside homes from the advancing fire. Most residents evacuated as the smoke and flames drew closer. Some homes in this area are valued at more than $1 million, but in these conditions, they burn as easily as the tinder dry trees around them. The Air Force Academy has sent a fire engine, water truck, and crew members to help contain the flames. So far, no injuries have been reported.
Teresa Garcia, CBS 21 News this morning.
Also happening now, police in Turkey are charging protesters who refuse to leave Taksim Square in Istanbul. The two sides clashed throughout the night, with police firing tear gas, water cannons, and rubber bullets at demonstrators who were hurling firebombs, bottles, and rocks at the officers. Protesters say Turkey's prime minister is trying to impose his religious beliefs on the country, which has secular laws. The Taksim Square protests have spread to dozens of cities across the country. It's 5:11.
And it is a nice, well, almost summer day. For meteorologists, it's summer because it's July. It's
right?
June, July, August. So it's a nice day to enjoy. Tomorrow may not be. Tom and Steve may have their work cut out for them both tonight and tomorrow. We'll show you what's coming up with the good news, too, in your 7-day forecast.
But first, here's CBS 21's Jane King from the New York Stock Exchange with this morning's Bloomberg Business Report.
Good morning. Sales of George Orwell's book 1984 are soaring following all the reports about the U.S. government collecting phone and internet records on millions of Americans. Now, some editions moving onto Amazon's movers and shakers list, and one even became the 100th best-selling book late yesterday. 1984 is about a future fictional totalitarian state. It was published in 1949. Well, meantime, Google, Facebook, and other companies are asking the U.S. government if they can disclose more information about the national security data requests they receive, as they tried to explain to customers that authorities don't have unlimited access to users' personal information. Okay, as for trading, investors this morning looking at a report on mortgage applications and waiting for reports tomorrow on weekly unemployment claims and retail sales. Stocks fell yesterday after Japan's central bankers took a pass on increasing economic stimulus. Now, if you've ever suspected your boss is trying to get rid of you, you may be right. A new Career Builder survey says more than 1 in 4 bosses have an employee they'd like to see leave. Younger managers are more likely to feel that way than older ones, and some of the things managers do to the employees they want out are criticize their work, cut their responsibilities, cut them out of meetings and projects, and communicate primarily by email. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King with the Bloomberg Business Report.
Hey, college girl.
Hey, Mom. I just got your package.
Great.
Yeah. Mom, you're the best.
I thought you would like it. So how are your classes?
It's more than just that great peanut taste. Choosing Jif is a simple way to show someone how much you care.
We can't wait to get you home.
I love you, Mom.
I love you, too. We'll see you soon.
Choosy moms choose Jif.
Excuse me, begging your indulgence, sir. I'm a wealthy foreign dignitary, and I would like your help moving a vast sum of money into this country. I will let you keep most of it, but I would like to have some of it back, too. Please take this certified cashier's check as a portion of the transaction.
Get lost. Scams like these don't work as well in person. That's why most of them are done online.
After a car accident, there's so much confusion.
Not anymore. Schmidt-Kramer makes getting a lawyer easier than ever. Just dial 8.
Okay, then what?
Keep dialing 8.
888-8888. That's it. That's right.
That's easy.
So what are you waiting for?
After a car accident, call 888-8888. Lawyers at the push of a button. Hurt in a car accident? Call Schmidt-Kramer. 888-8888.
At Timberview Veterinary Hospital, you'll receive the service you remember, delivered with a modern touch. With over 30 years of serving the community, Timberview has laser surgery, diagnostics, compassionate care, and convenient hours for you and your pet. Timberview Veterinary Hospital. You give them love, we'll keep them healthy.
Ignite your passion for music at the Perfect Fifth Musical Arts Center, Central PA's resource for music education, with private lessons, group classes, and summer programs taught by music professionals. Accomplish your goals at the Perfect Fifth. Call or click for information about special offers on summer camps.
It is 5:15, and so yeah, Kirk, you're right. It's unofficially summer.
Summer, it's here. It's here.
Yeah.
You know, and I made a little mistake earlier. You remember that old Chicago song? Does anybody really know what time it is?
Oh yeah.
We know what time it is. 5:15. But you know, I don't know what day it is because my days off are so askew. So the winds start on Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Winds really start on Friday. After so it becomes a breezy Friday to blow in some cooler, drier air for Father's Day weekend. I don't know what day it is. Sorry. All right, let's take a look. I do know what time it is here because I got a clock right there on the screen that shows you. Radar moving for you in just a couple of showers. You're getting one right now. Greencastle area, I-81. Yeah, there you go. Between Greencastle and Chambersburg is a little shower to get your day started, but nothing really of any great consequence. 67 degrees and north-northwest wind at 5. The barometer is rising, but what we've got is a stationary front that's, pretty much just stationary to the south of us. Here's what we're looking at as we go through the next couple of days. We got this area of low pressure. It's just going to kind of ride down along the front. The front is going to be the focusing mechanism and bring us some storms. That's the bad news. Good news is high pressure then will build in back behind it, making for kind of a breezy Friday, but some nice weather for Father's Day. Maybe a little cool for the pool and getting in the water, but for all the other activities, cookouts, barbecues, really should look pretty nice is what we've got going on. There's the front that's going to be the focusing mechanism of the storms, but probably not during the day. If you've got plans for this evening, you should be in pretty good shape and get everything wrapped up by, say, sunset. Then the stormy weather does make its move on into the area. So here's what we're looking at. 70 degrees at 9 o'clock, 77 as we go into the noon hour, and probably about 82. And I'm putting in just a slight chance we could see some afternoon showers, but most of them come, it looks like, after dark this evening. Hour by hour computer models have been handling this pretty well lately. Here's tomorrow morning. What's interesting, though, is some computer models are given 2-3 inches across the northern tier with not as much rain for us. Now, we'll see what happens with this as we do go through the day, but look at that through Thursday. Thursday looks like some stormy weather. The breezy conditions then make their move in on Friday. Here's what I'm talking about these heavy rainfall amounts. We're looking at 1/2 to 1 inch in our area, but look at Scranton, 2.1, Bradford, 3.1. So we'll see what happens if the models shift a little bit. And with all the water in the watershed area, the Susquehanna will be rising as we go through Friday up through 5.3 feet. Marietta is also going to move up. The Juniata and Newport is going to move up. And also some of the smaller rivers like the Conestoga and Lancaster. We're going to be watching the Swatara north of Hershey at Harper Tavern. And keep an eye on that too. Also at Shermansdale where there could be some potential rises up to near caution stage. Stormy is the word for Thursday. Not bad for today. And then Friday become a little bit breezy but nice as we get into the mix for you as we go Saturday into Sunday with a little bit of instability again on Monday, so timing remains good with the weather here, at least as far as the weekends go. Quick check of the roads this morning, and so far so good as we take a look at the South Bridge with no major problems reported there or at any other major road this morning. This Members First Federal Credit Union traffic alert.
Well, Mayor Michael Bloomberg unveiled a far-reaching $20 billion plan to grid New York City with levees, floodgates, and other defenses, but much of its future rests with his successor.
Yeah, because he's only going to be in office another 200-some days here. The goal is to reshape the city's coastline to protect it from rising sea levels and powerful storm surges brought on by climate change. Now, recommendations range from installing removable flood walls in lower Manhattan, that's down in the Wall Street area, to restoring marshes in Jamaica Bay and Queens and flood-proofing homes and hospitals. Keep in mind, as we mentioned, only 7 months left in office for his honor. And just to give you an idea of the cost factors here, Sherry, Brandy was talking about the Pennsylvania state budget earlier in the news, because I think she mentioned $28 billion for the state budget. This proposal just for New York City here would be $20 billion. So we're talking about a huge chunk of money, almost enough to run the entire state of Pennsylvania for a year to get the city ready where they consider could be some serious flooding. Amazingly long, detailed articles in the New York Times about this, but they're anticipating people people that live in the 100-year floodplain area in New York City by 2050 to double from where it is now at about 400,000 to about 800,000 people. So I think what the mayor is trying to do is keep the potential of maybe 1 million people to really be wiped out. The question, of course, you have is that cost-benefit analysis.
Exactly, and I understand the need, and you know, and I definitely applaud his efforts, but like you said, there's a bunch of different issues here because of the focus being just very restricted, but also, how's he going to be able to see this out if it gets approved?
Right. Now, he's got a lot of money in his bank account, but I don't think he can fund $20 billion here. And of course, there's still the ongoing controversy about the reasons that we're seeing the carbon dioxide levels get so high. A little bit of background science here. Generally, at some times now, we have seen the carbon dioxide level go over 400 parts per million, and that, some scientists say, is a real key factor when it comes to these global warming temperatures. It's a complex, and I tell people a lot of times, above my pay grade. But it's a complex issue, but clearly, New York City and New Jersey can't go through year after year of what they went through last year.
Yeah, let's see what our viewers thought.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah, we posed this question. Do you think Mayor Bloomberg's plan is a good idea?
And Tanya says, sure, if we really, if they pay for it themselves. $20 billion? Really? You know, where's that coming from? Does it come from Michael's bank account?
That's one of the issues.
Yeah, Laura, no, because the water and earth will always win. Water has a habit of doing that. Change is imminent. It's a time to begin to gradually moving residents out of the flood zone. And, you know, that's what we're talking about with the fact that they're not moving out of the flood zone, they're moving into it. And they're expecting that amount to double in portions of Manhattan. It's amazing sometimes when you're in Manhattan, you realize how many people live on that island.
Yeah.
It's really incredible.
Well, in honor of Father's Day this weekend, we want to see Daddy's bundle of joy. Upload your pictures by going to our CBS 21 News Facebook page and clicking on Inside CBS 21. Your dad and kids' photos could be featured on CBS 21 News starting on Friday.
And my baby came home overnight. My baby's now 23 years old.
Always be your baby. Hey, if you want to get a sense of how the rich live, all you have to do is look up. Coming up, how the wealthy in one country are escaping traffic jams by taking to the skies to catch a ride.
You're watching CBS 21 News this morning.
Look at you go. 9 miles per hour. Is this your backyard or the Autobahn? The wind in your hair, leaving blade after perfectly cut blade behind you. A mower this fast isn't supposed to cut this well. Guess we broke that rule. The Easy Track Z600 series with a 4-year limited warranty.
Stop by our dealership for special offers taking place for a limited time. Get great deals and service on legendary John Deere equipment.
At University of Phoenix, we know the value of your education is where it can take you.
Now arriving at City Hospital.
Let's go to CBC, Clem 7.
Which is why we're proud to help connect our students with leading employers across the nation.
Next stop, Financial Center.
Let's get to work.
So what's the deal on this?
Well, the Odyssey clearance event is happening now. They hold their value better than any other minivan, according to ALG. And Honda is KBB.com's most trusted brand.
Wow.
It's perfect. Well, your timing is perfect.
Hurry into the Honda 2013 Odyssey clearance event and get a great deal on a roomy and stylish Honda Odyssey. Named a 2013 IIHS Top Safety Pick.
Dogs look cute doing things for small rewards. People, not so much. Stop paying high interest rates for the promise of small rewards. Get the PSECU Visa card instead. No games, no gimmicks. Just a low 9.9 annual percentage rate for everyone. PSECU. Financing life is what we do best.
It's 5:24.
I find that hard to believe, Sherry. With all the rain we've had, some places, Lancaster, plenty of rain. Harrisburg still got a rainfall deficit for the year.
I thought you were saying it was hard to believe that it's 5:24, Kirk.
No, I've kind of gotten used to it.
What are you talking about?
After a couple of days,
What's
I've
hard to
gotten used
believe?
being here. And the end of the month, I'm going to be here for the entire week. So, you know, I'll be really used to it by then. There you are, a couple of showers in Franklin and Adams County. Rain, and not a big deal yet, but it might be as we go through the day, especially this evening. So there you go. You got a few showers in the mix now, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day for you. Temperatures a few degrees above normal, which is not bad in the morning, and not a great thing when you get in the afternoon. We might be a couple of degrees above normal in the afternoon too, but 90s, I don't actually see a 90 in the mix through the rest of the month. So that could be kind of interesting because of these northerly flows that are heading in our direction. So 82 for your high. How are things on the roads this morning? Been looking here, looking there, looking on 83, 81, checking on the 22, 322. Things are looking good so far. Let's keep it that way. This Members First Federal Credit Union traffic alert. Can you believe it? How'd you like to call yourself uber wealthy? Yeah, but Brazil's uber wealthy. They take to the skies to avoid traffic jams, and we take a closer look.
I'd just rather be wealthy.
Not Uber.
I don't have to be Uber.
Okay, that's great.
Model turned businesswoman Clyatt Gomez owns 8 companies and has at least 5 meetings a day across Sao Paulo. The only way to make it on time? By helicopter. Gomez says a 3-minute ride in a chopper would have taken her an hour in a car. Helicopters aren't just for the super rich. Anyone can order an air taxi like this. You can get 20 flight hours a month for about $1,800 and make it to all your meetings on time.
Good to know. Where's our Chopper 21? Is it still in maintenance?
We're working on it.
Still in, I guess
it's
so.
Giving Senora Gomez a ride. Oh.
Is that what it is? Okay, just wondering. Just wondering.
Another half hour of CBS 21 News this morning is coming up. Oh, that's a pretty shot.
It is.
Let's take you live outside as the sun creeps up over central PA. When we come back, we'll help you get ready for your ride to work with Kirk's latest check of the roads.
You're watching CBS 21 News this morning.
It's an entire hour of Ellen in Australia.
Is this a river? It's in Mississippi.
With Russell Crowe, plus Ellen's staff parties down under.
Unfortunately, I saw your bar tab. We're going to have to take that out of your paycheck.
Today at 4 on CBS 21.
Warning, Jeopardy should not be used as a flirtation device.
So we decided that for one of our dates, we would watch Jeopardy together, and I cremated her, and she never talked to me again.
Okay, next Jeopardy.
Tonight at 7:30 on CBS 21.
Option Line is now in season with Fulton Bank, the home equity line of credit perfect for debt consolidation, home repairs, improvements, and more. Visit a local branch or go online to apply. Fulton Bank, where listening is just the beginning. Equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
Linda, look out your window. Ooh, I think it's time for a walk.
It looks like you've got some visitors.
That was quick.
Ooh, Beth Fitter.
Beth Fitter, we're the perfect fit.
Beth Fitter. 1-800-594-8776.
Get that upscale style you've always wanted and trade up from your old furniture during Interior's Trade Up Sale. With hundreds in additional savings, the more you trade up. Plus, extra rebates when you trade in your old furniture. We even donate it to charity for you. Tired of your old sofa, outdated coffee table, or bedroom set? It doesn't get any better than this. So trade up and save only at Interiors. Now through Monday in Lancaster and Harrisburg.
Smile Right 2 in Carlisle is here to provide you the best dental care. If you are experiencing any dental discomfort or have other dental needs, stop in right now. You can get a denture from $30 a month, including free adjustments for life with no office fees. No appointments necessary, and walk-ins are always welcome with little or no wait.
I'm Jerry Kay. I'm the owner of Smile Right 2, located in Carlisle. If you need dentures or have dental problems or dental pain, stop in. We'll take real good care of you.
Smile Right 2. Your comfort is our first concern.
When you need a battery for yourself or your business, turn to the Battery Warehouse of Lancaster. The Battery Warehouse of Lancaster has hard-to-find batteries for a ton of gizmos, gadgets, and equipment. Batteries for cars, motorcycles, cell phones, cordless phones, heavy equipment, tractors, laptops, ATVs, video cameras, watches, PDAs, key fobs, cordless drills, digital cameras. Hey, Joe, are there any batteries you don't have? The Battery Warehouse of Lancaster, located on Dillerville Road, right off the Manheim Pike in Lancaster.
Option Line is now in season with Fulton Bank, the home equity line of credit perfect for debt consolidation, home repairs, improvements, and more. Visit a local branch or go online to apply. Fulton Bank, where listening is just the beginning. Equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
More money from the state. Area superintendents say the increase proposed in this year's budget plan still won't be enough. Plus, kids raping kids. Disturbing charges out of Carlisle has experts urging parents to talk to their own children. And shooters caught on tape. York City police are using this video to nab the suspects who sent 4 people to the hospital. Today is Wednesday, June 12th.
Live from Central Pennsylvania, this is CBS 21 News This Morning.
And thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Sherry Christian.
And I'm meteorologist Kirk Clyatt. And for one more day for Steve Knight, hope he's resting up because he's going to have some work tomorrow to talk about. Tom left me some information. It's kind of surprising. There could even be some rivers, actually mainly creeks, up to caution stage by the time we get to Friday. The Conestoga in Lancaster, the Swatara, north of Hershey at Harper Tavern, and Sherman's Creek at Shermansdale, all going to have a lot of water in them if these projections are right. Let's go ahead and show you what's going on now. Certainly no issues to speak of now, just a few showers in Lancaster. Well, Lancaster, I got Lancaster on the brain. How about in Chambersburg and in Adams County? 63 degrees is what it is in Lancaster, 67 in York and Harrisburg. Dew points, that's the fuel for the storms, and they are moving up. Once you get into the 60s, it's sticky. And as you see, we're right on the borderline now. Northwest flow is what we've got for right now, just a couple of showers. But the showers, the axis of the showers, will explain it to you, coming along a basically stationary front that is going to be what we deal with. Winds, they are kind of all out of the place right now, all over the place, but generally have been a northerly flow during the overnight. 82 is what we've got, and a pretty nice day ahead of the storms that are on the way. Been checking the roads this morning, and so far things are looking good. Here we are, just a couple of minutes away from the crack of dawn, some of the longest days of the year as we head towards the summer solstice. No problems there to report on I-83 or I-81 for that matter across the Wade Bridge. This Members First Federal Credit Union traffic alerts.
Happening today, superintendents will be at the state capitol to discuss the impact of education funding in urban school districts. CBS 21's Brandy Mang joins us live in Harrisburg. Good morning, Brandy. Now, the superintendents are expected to testify about the impact of the last 2 years of budget cuts, huh?
Yeah, in fact, Sherry, there's no doubt school districts around Pennsylvania have certainly felt the budget cuts to their school districts. And today, 5 superintendents will be talking here at the Capitol about those impacts and what it's done to their districts over the past 2 years. And all of this comes today as the House is expected to vote on whether or not to approve a $28.3 billion budget proposal. The governor's budget calls for a $90 million increase in funds, which will bring the Commonwealth's investment to basic education to nearly $5.5 billion, the highest amount ever provided to school districts in Pennsylvania. Basic education pays for things like resources to increase student achievement. School districts use these funds to meet the needs of their students and to personalize academic programs to ensure their students have opportunities to succeed. Superintendents from 5 Pennsylvania school districts will be at the Capitol today to talk about the last 2 years of budget cuts to education and the impact it has had. They include Dr. Sybil Knight-Burney from Harrisburg and Dr. Tamara Willis from York. The York School District is in debt an estimated $4.3 million. School board members approved a recovery plan Monday night that not only includes pay cuts, but also looks at regaining students lost to charter schools by improving academics, a key factor for many schools. Those opposed to the governor's plan say much of his funding is based on his proposal of investing in education by getting out of the liquor business and selling the state store liquor system. Critics are doubtful that the sale will create the numbers the governor is claiming, leaving educational funding with too much uncertainty. Now, the superintendents will be speaking at 10 o'clock in the Media Center here at the Capitol. And again, it comes on the same day that the House could vote on whether or not to approve this $28.3 billion budget. We'll certainly keep you updated on what happens there online and on air. All you have to do is go to CBS21.com for the latest. Reporting live in Harrisburg, Brandy Vang, CBS 21 News.
Thank you, Brandy. 2 teenage boys are facing charges this morning for allegedly raping 12 and 13-year-old girls in Carlisle. Police say the 2 girls told them they had non-consensual sex with the 13 and 14-year-old boys. We're told the kids know each other. Experts say incidents of children sexually abusing other children normally go unreported because the underage victims and suspects are protected under juvenile laws. That's why it's up to parents to talk to their kids about what is right and wrong.
Young people need to understand that sex assault can occur at any age, and the defendant can be any age. It's not necessarily the predator that we're seeing on TV. Sometimes it's their cousin, sometimes it's their neighbor, it's a friend from school. We need to be educating all people, all young people, specifically age-appropriate sexuality.
Police say as the investigation continues, the charges could be upgraded or downgraded, so it's too soon to know what consequences the teens could face. The 14-year-old is in a juvenile detention center. The 13-year-old was released to his guardian. Happening right now, Harrisburg police are searching for the suspects in the city's latest shooting. It happened yesterday afternoon near Club 1400 on North 3rd Street. We were told that one person was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. We reached out to police overnight to get an update, and we're told that one person the victim, we don't know the victim's condition, but officers weren't available. There's no word on a motive at this time. Anyone with information on this shooting is asked to call police, and you can find that number on CBS21.com. Right now, York City police are using this surveillance video in a shooting investigation of their own. Officers are trying to track down the 2 people seen here. They're accused in yesterday's overnight shooting on West Princess Street that sent 4 people to the hospital, including a 17-year-old girl. All are expected to be okay. The video from Bev's Grocery appears to show the suspects firing multiple shots across the street. Police say so far the victims haven't been able to provide them with much information. It's 5:36. Happening today, the director of the NSA will be in the hot seat before lawmakers on Capitol Hill regarding the leak of top-secret surveillance programs. What will he leak, if anything, coming up? And as we head to break, let's take a live look outside. Good morning, York. It's 67 degrees where you are right now. When we return, Kirk will have your bus stop forecast.
You're watching CBS 21 News this morning.
It's an entire hour of Ellen in Australia.
Is this a river? It's the Mississippi.
With special guest Russell Crowe.
Today at 4 on CBS 21. Tonight at 10, make the smart choice for local news with CBS 21 News at 10 on CW15. All the news you need to know in just 30 minutes. More breaking news, more first warning weather, and more stories you won't find anywhere else. CBS 21 News at 10 on CW15.
Wherever your destination takes you, like a weekend at the shore, get there easier in a new Ford Escape. With exclusive features that give you an extra hand, allows for plenty of room and fun. And with its EPA estimated rating of up to 33 miles per gallon on the highway, you'll go further. Now put no money down, pay no interest for 5 years, plus get $500 cash back or lease for only $179 a month. Make the most of your summer with America's favorite brand at your Quality Plus Ford store today.
Extreme environments can cause a spontaneous change in DNA, resulting in unexpected power and agility. Experience the adventurous, all-powerful Gator RSX 850i. 62 horsepower, a fully independent multi-link suspension, and a top speed of 53 miles per hour. It's a whole new species of Gator.
Stop by our dealership for special offers taking place for a limited time. Get great deals and service on legendary John Deere equipment.
How's the camping trip?
Well, kids had fun, but I think I slept on a rock. What are you doing?
Having coffee.
Sounds good.
I thought you'd say that.
Oh.
The best part of waking
You're the best.
Wake up to the mountain-grown aroma of Folgers.
Folgers in your cup.
You are watching CBS 21 News This Morning with Sherry Christian and Steve Knight with traffic and first warning weather.
It is 5:39.
90 degrees. You ready for it?
No.
No, it's good because it's not going to happen anytime soon.
I was going to say, I thought you said we were going to.
No, I'm just thinking about it because I was looking at numbers across the country. Middle of the night, it's 90 in Vegas right now. Wow. They've had amazingly hot weather out there in the Southwest.
More so than usual for Vegas?
Usual, absolutely.
The desert.
The desert Southwest, Death Valley, living up to its name. It's been up to like 125. Unbelievable is what's been going on there. So we've got actually a series of northerly flows. We had a northwest flow overnight, although the temperature didn't come down much with it. What's coming down is a couple of raindrops making their way across Franklin County into Adams County. This is really no big deal. They should fade away, and it should turn into a pretty nice night. But with the northerly flow, especially this one that's going to come in after we get finished with the storms, that's going to keep things, well, below 80 degrees probably for a high. 67 is a popular number now, 66 in Carlisle, 63 in Lancaster to start your day. So we're looking pretty good, except what's going to be the focusing mechanism? This front. Going to have energy ride right along that front, and stormy will be the word by this time tomorrow. A lot of kids, it's the last school day, and it's a nice one to say goodbye. Goodbye to the teachers and the kids. 68 degrees, 81 this afternoon. Tomorrow, not really a great first day to hit the pool because of all the rain that we'll be dealing with. Hitting the roads this morning on the way to work or school. Things are looking fine. Been checking around. Can't find any issues from PennDOT on the major roads this morning. Let's keep it that way. Traffic moving just fine across the South Bridge. This Members First Federal Credit Union Traffic Alert.
Continuing coverage of the NSA phone records controversy, Congress is weighing in on the top secret surveillance programs leaked to the press last week. While the majority on Capitol Hill appear to support the phone call and internet surveillance programs, some are not so happy. CBS 21's Susan McGinnis is on Capitol Hill with the latest.
General Keith Alexander, director of the National Security Agency, heads to Capitol Hill today to testify before a Senate committee. His appearance follows a day of closed-door briefings NSA officials gave to members of Congress Tuesday about top-secret government surveillance of U.S. citizens. Some are satisfied.
Each of these programs is authorized by law, overseen by Congress and the courts, and subject to ongoing and rigorous oversight.
Others want more information.
This is an enormous program. They spent a few minutes explaining it.
Congressman Brad Sherman of California says he was unaware of the scope of the programs.
This is newsworthy. I mean, it's 1 billion records a day. It's everyone's phone call.
There is now a push among many in Congress to declassify more elements of these programs so the American public can better understand how the government uses the information.
It's appropriate now to have public hearings.
Oregon Senator Ron Wyden has joined California Senator Dianne Feinstein and tech companies, including Google and Facebook, in calling for open hearings on the programs. But others say they must remain classified.
It's not about keeping things from people. It's, quite frankly, it's about protecting the integrity of these programs so that the enemy can't evade them or undermine them.
A new CBS News poll shows 53% of Americans believe the government needs to collect the phone records to fight terrorism. Susan McGinnis, CBS 21 News This Morning.
It's 5:43.
Yeah, I've kind of got an open book. I'm one of those people with a personalized license plate of a red car, so my license plate is I am red. So, you know, I can't really use it as a getaway car or anything. You might want to get away from the rain. Where would be a good place to go? I'll try to figure it out. Rain, though, not today, but the storms are coming. We'll detail it for you. Your 7-day forecast.
You're watching CBS 21 News This Morning.
Wherever your destination takes you, like with your friends to the concert, go with unbelievable performance in a new Ford Focus. With great technology that lets you communicate hands-free, keeps you in control, and with an EPA estimated rating of up to 40 highway MPG, you'll go further. Now get up to $3,250 cash back on a Focus 5-door hatchback or lease a Focus sedan for only $129 a month. Make the most of your summer with America's favorite brand at your Quality Plus Ford store today.
So, what are you guys thinking?
Well, it's between this and the Honda CR-V over there.
Yeah, well, this one has Bluetooth. For a small additional fee.
But on the CR-V, Bluetooth comes standard, and so does the rear view camera.
You can get that on this car. No, and it's most expensive trim. That's what I was trying to say before, that The dog.
So you can't offer us the same features as the CR-V unless we pay extra?
Let me talk to my manager. Not happening.
The CR-V, loaded with standard features. From KBB.com's most trusted car brand, only a Honda is a Honda.
The magic begins when Jif Fresh roasts peanuts to make peanut butter so deliciously creamy. It always makes the home team cheer. That's why choosy moms and dads choose Jif.
I was in an accident where I was not at fault.
We got hit by a drunk driver.
It was just pure pain. I got crushed in between 5 cars.
Hurt in a car wreck? Call Handler, Henning, and Rosenberg. We'll start working on your case fast.
They really fought for me.
I never had to deal with the insurance company again. I didn't have to deal with any of my medical bills again.
They really cared about my case.
They went out of their way to help me.
Call Handler, Henning, and Rosenberg at 1-800-LAW-4000.
Hurt in a car? Call HHR.
CBS 21 is a proud sponsor of Jubilee Day, June 20th in Mechanicsburg, the largest one-day street fair on the East Coast. Fun for all ages, highlighting Diacon adoption and foster care services. For details, go to cbs21.com and click on events.
It is 5:45, and we have at least one more day before you start to see a little bit more rain.
Yeah, you know, usually Tom and I get the severe weather in the afternoon and evenings, but there are times when it comes along a front that, hey, you and Steve get the severe weather in the morning. So Steve will be back tomorrow, and there could be some rough stuff associated with it. Right now, actually, it looks like the heaviest rain just to the north of us, but this is going to be pretty interesting. Just a few showers this morning, really not much of any consequence. Some clouds still hanging around, of course, this morning, but you see these showers kind of streaming down from I-99 over to I-81 in the Franklin County area, drifting over into Adams County just to the south of Gettysburg this morning. Temperature 67 degrees. That's a few degrees above normal for this time of the year. Barometric pressure kind of low, but on a rising trend. However, the key is going to be the stationary front that we've got. All right, good news and bad news. All right, the bad news is watching this area of low pressure here in the middle of the country going to slide down this front and bring us some stormy weather beginning late night. I think your softball game's okay for tonight. And then for Father's Day weekend, this cool Canadian high pressure will move on in. Maybe even a little chilly for the pool or for the beach, but for barbecue, getting out, enjoying yourself, looks really, really nice. Here's the front. The low will ride along here and bring the potentially stormy weather and a lot of rainfall, especially to the northern tier of the state. It looks like some projections now have 3 inches of rain, so you can count on this beginning late night into the day for tomorrow. It looks like it is going to be a very wet day with another easy chance of an inch of rain. 70 degrees for today. Not today. Today, a good day. Long lunch Wednesday. It's approved. I don't know if your boss will approve it, but I approved it for you. 82 degrees is what you're looking at with just a slight chance of some showers. These hour-by-hour models have been doing a pretty good job the last couple of days of what's going to happen. So here is 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, and look where the heavier rain is from Bradford to State College over towards Scranton, and we get into it too as that system just winds on out of here as we go into Friday morning. Then it becomes breezy and we dry and we clear on Friday on into the Father's Day weekend. How much rain? This is interesting. Now, to get into the morning, look at this across the northern tier. Wow, 2.1 in Scranton, 3.1 in Bradford, and go for maybe about another inch here in our area. I think these overdoing it a little bit to the north, a little lesser amounts for us. So maybe an inch is what we've got, and that is going to increase the water levels in the river because that rain is up in the watershed, 5.3 feet, the Susquehanna at Harrisburg, and then Marietta is going up to 38.7 feet, even an increase on the Juniata as well. And that could mean a few issues on some of the small creeks getting up to maybe caution stage. So stormy for Thursday, then breezy, drier, clearing on Friday, and the weather looks like it's shaping up to be nice as we get into the Father's Day weekend. About an inch of rain out of this, and then a little more instability as we get into Monday and Tuesday. Thankfully, things haven't been too unstable on the roads this morning. As we take a look at the South Bridge, things are looking fine there. All the other major routes haven't seen any issues there as well, and that is some great news. This and other members first. Federal Credit Union traffic alert. Sherry, Tom left me some information at Conestoga and Lancaster. The Swatera, of course, you remember 2 years ago, the terror on the Swatera that we had in the area in Hershey. Harper's Tavern area, and then in Sherman's Creek, Shermansdale area could be near caution stage. Not flood stage, but caution stage by Friday. So Tom will keep a close eye keep a close eye on this tonight, and then, of course, on Thursday as well.
All right. Well, here's a look at what's on CBS 21 tonight.
At 8, it's the American tasty baking competition, followed by Criminal Minds at 9, then CSI at 10, and of course, don't miss CBS 21 News live at 11.
All right, well, the Senators with a win for Dad, and a sinkhole doesn't stop two Major League Baseball teams. Here's CBS 21 Sports Director Jason Bristol with that and more in your morning sports report.
It can happen anywhere, not just in a city that's bankrupt with pipes older than Joan Rivers. You know, city like Harrisburg. Yes, sinkholes can even happen at a beautiful ballpark like the one in Texas. A busted pipe under the infield there at Rangers Ballpark created that. A huge hole behind the pitcher's mound. It happened just 2.5 hours before game time, and those guys got the job done. The Rangers and Indians still playing last night. Senators back at home facing Richmond. Josh Johnson pinch hitting in the 6th. His first game back after his father's funeral. And Johnson gets into one. This one's got a chance. It's gone to the backyard. A home run after burying his father just days before Father's Day. Wow. Josh Johnson hits the game winner. Harrisburg beats Richmond 1-0. And the newest high school basketball coach in Pennsylvania, this guy, former Oriole Yankee Mike Mussina. He will coach the varsity team at Montoursville, his alma mater. Mike Mussina made over $140 million during his career, so I doubt he's doing it for the money. High school baseball, Lower Dauphin will play for a state title after beating North Allegheny. Jake Schellenberger with a walk-off homer to end it. Falcons will meet North Penn on Friday. And West York will defend its title in AAA. Game-winning double by Brett Kinnaman in the 7th. Bulldogs will play Upper Moreland Friday for the state title as well. The future is now in Pittsburgh. First Major League start for Garrett Cole, #1 pick in the 2011 draft, on the bump against the Giants, and he was a giant, bringing the good stuff. 99 there. He was hitting the high 90s late in the game. He took a shutout into the 7th, and then his first Major League hit, 2-run single. Garrett Cole earns the win. Pittsburgh with the victory, 8-2 over San Francisco. And the Spurs setting a finals record with 16 threes, beating the Heat last night, 113-77. San Antonio now leads that series 2-1. Jason Bristol, CBS 21 News this morning.
Thank you, Jason. It's 5:51. One dog has mastered a few clever tricks. Coming up, you don't want to miss this video, or in the blink of an eye, this pup will be gone. But first, one couple's home has become the buzz of the neighborhood. How a family of hornets have taken over their yard.
You're watching CBS 21 News this morning.
Erica had a rough day. There was this and this. She got a parking ticket. And she forgot to pay her credit card bill on time. Good thing she's got the City Simplicity card. It doesn't charge late fees or a penalty rate, ever. As in never, ever. Now, about that parking ticket. The City Simplicity card is the only card that never has late fees, a penalty rate, or an annual fee, ever. Go to city.com/simplicity to apply.
You've always been a hard worker and paid your Social Security. Now you can't work because of a mental condition, illness, or injury. But there's good news. You may qualify for disability benefits for conditions such as cancer, back injuries, depression, arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and more. If you have questions about your disability claim, call Schmidt Kramer. The advice is free. 888-8888. We are accepting cases right now.
Elegance and class like this can only be found at Harrisburg Kitchen and Bath. Announcing our newly expanded and updated designer bath showcase. Come see the elegance, the class, the beauty, the grandeur, and take home the quality craftsmanship and beautiful details of Yorktown cabinetry for your kitchen or bathroom. Visit our showroom and schedule a free consultation. And while you're here, check out our kitchen showroom as well. That's Harrisburg Kitchen and Bath.
Wouldn't you rather spend your time talking product instead of price? With Bobby Ray Hall's live market-driven pricing, we offer transparent pricing on every vehicle and every aspect of the transaction.
With live market-driven pricing, I get more time to advise my customers instead of negotiating price.
They were upfront on all aspects of the sale, so I could focus on finding the perfect vehicle for me.
A great price, a positive experience, and a dealership you'll want to come back to. And that's my promise to you for car buying made simple.
It's 5:54.
Just found that Ashley, one of our producers, she's living right, heading to Aruba. Hot and tropical. I'm sure that's the forecast.
It's easy to forecast.
Yeah, my idea of exciting vacations like Snyder County. Let's see, at least it's not raining now in Snyder County. Up, what do we do have? Some rain, a few showers taking place down to the south along I-81. They're moving on in just to the south of Gettysburg. But these are not any real great consequence. Here's what we mean. Here's the state view. And you can see that northwest flow going to keep certainly 90s away as long as we can keep it. And wait till we get into Friday. We will have indeed that northerly flow with the front pushing through. We got to get there first, and to get there, the weather could be pretty interesting. Not so much today. Once we get in this evening, we can see some real big storms develop. We're talking about the potential for some minor flooding on some of the creeks like the Conestoga and the Swatara north of Hershey. So we'll keep you posted about that as they may reach caution stage. No real cautions for you on the roads this morning, and that is a great thing. It's been a great commute. Let's keep it that way. There, of course, a look at the South Bridge over the Susquehanna. This and other members first. Federal Credit Union traffic alert.
A family in Florida has a flying pest problem that's going to take more than a cannery.
You think so, Sherry? Check out this massive hornet's nest that's hanging off a tree at Norman and Pat Bush's home in Greenville. It's nearly 20 feet around. Oh, how'd that just show up one day? And the size of a Volkswagen. The flying insects, wow, have not attacked the couple, but they don't want to take any more chances. Right now, animal control officials are working to remove the nest.
Wow.
That is just incredible. You know, there are more of them than there are of us. The biomass of insects much greater than mammals on Earth. Unbelievable. Incredible. All right, from insects to speaking of mammals, this little puppy. This puppy is looking for a good home, and she's so determined she'll go out and find her own family. So take a look at this.
This is Squeaky.
Squeaky.
And she's currently living in a shelter in Kansas. Well, except for when she does this. Just watch.
I love that. That's great.
Squeaky likes to make a break for it. She's so smart, she figured out how to open the door and make her escape. And we're pretty sure she's going out in search of a nice home.
Yeah, sure.
If not, at least we can say Squeaky is full of tricks. Who let the dogs out? Well,
Oof.
the dogs.
Oof, the dog. Who let the dog out? Roof.
Squeaky. I love it.
That is great. That is great.
Too cute.
One day I hope to have enough time in my life to have dogs again. Once I had 3 big standard poodles. People would stop the cars to look at them back in the day. They were amazing.
But see, you know that you need enough time to be able to take care.
That's
And
right.
so,
That's the problem.
You're responsible. I like that.
That's the problem right now.
Aw, we could look at Squeaky all day, all morning.
You love it.
Stay tuned for another half hour of CBS 21 News this morning. As we head to break, let's take a live look outside. We'll be right back with another look at today's top stories, as well as traffic and weather first.